Jonathan Lee Riches investigates. Boots on the ground. I am in Eagle Pass, Texas, in front of the Mexican consulate. Why am I here? Well, in Eagle Pass, there is a migrant crisis, a border crisis. Thousands upon thousands of migrants are crossing over the Rio Grande just below this hill here and entering the United States illegally. And a lot of people want to know how and why this is happening. There's speculation that Mexico might be involved and enabling the situation, right? Let's talk about humanitarian visas. Humanitarian visas, because it seems like these migrants that are coming from Central and South America are getting humanitarian visas, which allow them to travel freely for up to a year through Mexico to reach the United States border. Bill Melugin, who is a Fox News reporter, has been covering the border crisis, and he put a tweet out I want to share with all of you. So the head of the Department of Homeland Security tweeted this out yesterday. We had a very productive meeting with President Lopez, as you see, the president of Mexico right here, and members of his cabinet today in Mexico City. The regional challenge of migration requires regional solutions, and we appreciate Mexico's commitment to continue its efforts alongside us and with others. So Bill Melugin with Fox News responds to that tweet. Continue its efforts? What efforts? Mexico is enabling the chaos at the border by mass issuing humanitarian visas to migrants that allow them to travel through Mexico straight to the U.S. border. Then they discard the visas on the ground when they cross illegally. And the trains. So what is a humanitarian visa? Let me give you some insight about what that is. Check it out. If you Google humanitarian visas, Mexico, this is what pops up first. The visa or card for humanitarian reasons allows the person to be in Mexico from 180 days to 1 year and includes a work permit. In general, this document allows transit throughout the country as well as entering and leaving Mexico, unless it is obtained because you are an asylum seeker. So is there a humanitarian visa scam going on in Mexico where they're just handing them out to anyone for any reason, just like candy? Well, thousands upon thousands of migrants keep traveling through Mexico and make it to the U.S. and cross over. How is this happening? So it seems to be that Mexico is giving these migrants humanitarian visas and just giving them, maybe even rubber stamping them, and just here, without knowing each person's specific reason, or they're just doing it. Because at the border, dozens and dozens of migrants come in at once, right? Sometimes hundreds, and it's a pack of them. They're traveling with a group or in a caravan, and it definitely looks organized. But let me spin the camera around here and show you the Mexican consulate. Now, this Mexican consulate is right off of 277 in Eagle Pass. And I'm sure some of the migrants that come into the United States illegally end up coming to the Mexican consulate to get help and assistance. The question is Mexico helping these migrants come into the United States illegally? And what can if true, what can Mexico do to stop the situation? What can they do? Look, got a sign up there. What can they do to stop the situation? Can they stop giving humanitarian visas to the migrants? Or will that, even if they stopped, will that not make a difference at all, and the migrant flow will continue to happen? But I wanted to give you some insight about that. Let me know what you think. I am in Eagle Pass, Texas, boots on the ground, covering the migrant crisis, the border crisis, and trying to get an understanding about how all this works, how this operation works, who is the main culprits here that allowed millions at this point to come into the United States legally. Eagle Pass right here is a epicenter, ground zero. Lukeville, Arizona is another place where migrants are just using this area for some reason. They're coming here in hundreds, thousands a day. I've seen hundreds around the clock. Border Patrol estimates around 5,000 a day were coming through here in December. 250,000 in the December 2023 across the United States southern border came into the U.S. illegally. It's a wild situation. Check out my playlist covering this case extensively. Been following the migrant buses to the locations where they go. Been seeing people come into the United States illegally, going to the NGOs, speaking to the community, where business gets affected when the bridges shut down because of the resources to stop the organized flow of migrants coming through the border. It's a wild scene. We will talk soon. Stay tuned. JLR, Boots on the Ground.